All right, Jaland, really appreciate you joining us. So to kick things off, why don't you tell us more about how you got to where you're today? Like talk about your background, your family.
Yes, sir. So, born in Missouri City, around Houston, a lot of great basketball down there. My dad, Jaland Lowe, my coach my whole life. Been around basketball for forever. Just always been in the game. Godfather John Lucas. Got two sons, both one was a McDonald's All-American, Jay Lucas. He got John Lucas, played in the league for a long while. But yeah, I come from a basketball background, and my whole family really played it, and that's what's helped me got here today.
For sure. And did you play in other sports besides basketball, or was it just mainly ball?
Man, I dibbled and dabbled until about 7th grade. Just the regular, just growing up playing everything, but I focused on basketball at a pretty young age, around 7th, 6th grade.
For sure. And turning to your game a little bit, for those who aren't familiar, like they've never seen you before, how would you describe your game, your play style, your strengths?
I would describe my play style as like smooth, strategic, and I'm pretty confident. I think, and probably a little, I'd say strategic. I mean, you see the way I play. I think it's pretty smart the way I move. I like to think a lot on the court, make other people think also. But part of my game is always just been kind of smooth. I've just gotten that from being around older players, watching the game for a long time, and calm and collected. I feel like that's the last one. Played pretty calm and collected.
And when we talk about like smooth players, are there any specific guys you model your game after or study their film?
I mean, most recently, I've watched guys always like Chris Paul growing up, but more recently it's been like Jalen Brunson, Trae Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So, watching those guys right now has helped a lot.
So let's go back to a bit of last year and at the start of 2024. So like January 2024, you really elevated your game to another level, right? 15 out of 17 games, you're in double figures. What do you think contributed to that uptick in production?
Really just feeling healthy as a whole, feeling healthy in my body. Just dealt with stuff early in the year, but really finally feeling healthy and then having the confidence that my coaches and teammates instilled in me. I always told them, like, when I'm feeling great, I'm gonna be out there and give y'all my all. And it just got to the point where I was able to feel better on the court, was more confident. They helped me a lot. So when January came, it was just like playing regular again, just playing how I used to play.
And some of your teammates are in the NBA now. What was it like playing with Bub, with Blake?
It was amazing. Those guys are amazing. You could tell from the jump that those guys would be pros. The way they act, the way they carry themselves, the way they work out. Seeing those guys, what they're doing now is amazing, because just being around them every day, it's like a lot of people don't get to see what they're like off the court or working out. But I'm super proud of those guys, and it definitely helps set the table for the rest of us.
Most definitely. And for yourself, what was the biggest takeaway after your freshman year?
Biggest takeaway was probably just that there's always going to be that there realistically, you hear at a young age that you'll always have to go through highs and lows. But this past year for me, being a freshman, just coming in, there was a lot of highs and lows for me. So to be able to really just navigate through that and still be myself, find myself in that, was probably one of the biggest takeaways, because I got caught in just not feeling like myself at times, but I had to remind myself who I was, and my coaches and teammates, they really helped me a lot. So yeah, that was my biggest takeaway.
And when you were on the court, what did you feel you were able to show NBA scouts who were in attendance?
Really just my feel for the game. I really have that point guard feel, can find and help my teammates be better, but also I'm really aggressive at the same time. I can score, get everybody involved, and play defense-wise, but I feel like I'm just one of those guys, one of those point guards that is just very reliable, that you can count on all the time.
And obviously with a point guard, you're leading your teammates on the court. How would you describe your leadership style?
I would describe it as, I would say it's getting more, now I'm being more talkative now. Last year, or growing up, it was more about showing rather than expressing more, but now with this group of guys this year, I really had to express that more, really talk more to help everybody out. And I'm growing as a leader right now, trying to figure it all out for sure. But as the leadership's going right now, I think I'm doing a pretty good job. And I just want to be able to be able to be the best leader I can for this team.
Yeah. How's your off season been? Have you like had some fun to, or had some time to, enjoy it, but also like, put work in the gym?
Yeah, I mean, enjoying it is being in the gym for me. So most of the summer I've just been in the gym, just getting ready for this next upcoming season, be ready for this group of guys.
Anything specific you've been working on in the gym this summer?
I'd say just about everything, but me, I kind of wanted to focus on just being able to sharpen my shot up, being able to shoot off the dribble a little bit more, and also the aspect of just being a leader overall. That's what I've been working on.
Right, and getting more into Pittsburgh, what made them the right fit for you when you chose to commit here?
Really just, Coach Capel and Coach Brown recruited me, and coming up on my visit, it was surprising. I got to see how close the team is, what they're working towards, and what they have in mind, how not only they want to get us better on the court, but off the court as well. And that was a huge part for me. You don't want to be somewhere that's not comfortable for you, and this place, right when I got here, felt really comfortable.
What was Coach Capel's message to you, during when you were high school? Do you kind of remember that?
Yeah, he was telling me I wasn't really getting highly recruited, and he was one of those guys where it was like, I don't see why not, and he really believed in my ability as a point guard and just as a player and just as a person. So, he always emphasized that and tell him how I would be a really good fit here, how he loves how I plays, and that's what really sold me.
And turning more to your Filipino roots, you were selected to play in the Phil-Am Global Games, the All-Star game in the Philippines. Can you tell us more about what that was like, and also just like your Filipino roots in general?
Yeah, so I didn't get to go to the All-Star game. I did a couple events for them. I did one in LA for them, but my Filipino roots is on my mom's side, and they kind of holding me as I was getting a little bit going in high school, and I went to go just touch on that side for sure, because that's a great opportunity, man. I was super blessed to just be part of that, just have those roots in me, and for them to recognize that, it was a great time being around all those people and just connecting with other Filipinos.
Right, and previously, you mentioned John Lucas second being your godfather. What's been the best piece of advice you've received from him?
Probably just remember my roots, remember where I was made at, where I was built at. I was built in the gym with him, just around all pros and all older guys, knowing the game the right way. So he's always reminded me, like, you've been here before, you've seen guys come in and come out of gyms, you've seen how they've acted, the way they play, you know what it takes to be a pro. And so just him reminding me that, I've seen it my whole life just helps calm me down.
Yeah, and obviously a huge basketball culture where you're from. Who are some of the other guys that you were in the gym with growing up as a kid?
Man, it was so many different guys. I mean, like, growing up, I would watch like the Harrison twins who went to Kentucky. You had Chandre Jones. You had Daniel House still in the league. I grew up with Jared Allen, and so and then you had many pros that would come work out in the summer with John Lucas, because that was a gym where you just got better. So it was guys all over the country, but those specific guys is what I saw every day, and they gave me the blueprint. Basically, I saw how they went through it, and it just gave me confidence to have it myself.
Right. So ending off, just want to get to know you with some fun rapid fire questions. So we'll start off with this one. What are your biggest interests outside of basketball when you're not in the gym? Any unique hobbies?
Hobbies, I like to go scooter riding. Now that I'm in the city, like, I just like to go around and just scooter ride, and I like calm vibes, so I like to go look at views or anything. A nice view is cool.
And let's say you had one hashtag to describe yourself, like hashtag something. What is it and why? Let's say it's a word or it's a phrase.
Hashtag. I don't even know what my hashtag would be. That's a tough one.
Any words you live by, or just like your on-court mentality, or?
I would just say hashtag just like down to earth. That the one thing, just down to earth. I feel like we're really down to earth, down to guy.
Right on. And if you weren't pursuing a career as a professional basketball player, what do you think you'd choose to do as an alternative career?
I'd probably somewhere in the entrepreneurship area. I want to be my own business owner one day. I hope that comes true. So if I wasn't playing basketball, I'd definitely do something, no matter what, just try to be my own boss one day.
Most definitely. And here's our last question to you. It's, at the end of the day, what do you hope to be remembered for as a player and as a person?
As a player, just, someone who played the game the right way, made his teammates better, just somebody that everybody loved playing with. And then as a person, just somebody that was, whenever they were around, just a good vibe type of person, somebody that just made them feel comfortable to be around. Because, at the end of the day, I just hope that whoever I'm around feels comfortable and has a great time.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.